GB News presenter Eamonn Holmes delivered an emotional and impassioned speech on live television, blasting the UK government's foreign aid spending and sharing personal concerns about the cost of care as he continues to deal with ongoing health struggles. During the morning segment of GB News on July 7, the veteran broadcaster strongly criticised Foreign Secretary David Lammy for pledging £94.5 million in aid to the Syrian government. The move comes at a time when many in the UK are facing increasing financial pressure amid economic uncertainty. "This makes me quite angry," Holmes said on air. "Why give £100 million to Syria? We could sit and have the argument about it and what. The point is, the country can't afford it. We can't afford it, the taxpayer can't afford. So what the heck are we doing it for?" Holmes, who has experienced serious health issues in recent years, including chronic back pain and reduced mobility, used the opportunity to highlight his growing anxiety about aging and the rising costs associated with care. He candidly told viewers, "It's funny how people always make out that the older you are, the richer you are, and that you have no financial worries. And yet, as you get older, you worry more about money." The broadcaster, known for his decades of work on This Morning and now a key figure at GB News, went on to stress how serious the cost of care becomes with age. "You worry about whether you will be able to afford care, whether you will be able to afford a care home, or whether you will be able to afford just being looked after in general," he said. "And there are demands on whatever money you have." Holmes then turned his focus to the broader healthcare system, which he argued is failing those most in need. "Another thing that annoys me is that you look at cancer care centers, hospices and whatever, and a massive proportion of what they have to fund themselves. Why the heck would a hospice have to fund itself? I think it's absolutely scandalous, ridiculous. The whole care situation is broken." The 64-year-old has spoken publicly in the past about his struggles with chronic pain and mobility. In 2021, he slipped 3 discs in his back and has since undergone spinal surgery. Despite treatment, Holmes continues to experience mobility issues and at times requires the use of a wheelchair. His emotional remarks resonated with many viewers, reflecting the deep concern that many older individuals share about the rising cost of care in the UK and what appears to be a lack of government prioritisation of domestic healthcare services. Holmes' personal experience brings a human face to a much larger issue: how the UK balances its domestic responsibilities with international aid. While he was clear in his support for humanitarian efforts, his frustration reflects a wider sentiment among those who feel that support for UK citizens, especially the elderly and sick, is being neglected. As he concluded his segment, Holmes left viewers with a sobering reminder: the whole care situation is broken, and for someone who now relies on that care, his voice adds weight to a national conversation that's only growing louder. Hoi Chat GP